You're with WBO featherweight champion Oscar Valdez. Now, Oscar, let's talk about a couple of featherweight fights that just took place. Here's Jason Quigley. Carl Frampton versus Leo Santa Cruz. Now, it was one of the best fights of 2017. 2017 has just begun. We're probably going to see a lot more. What were your thoughts on the fight, and did Leo deserve the decision?
Yeah, I thought it was a very good fight, and of course I think Leo deserved this fight. The first fight I did see Leo lose. I saw Frampton win. It was a good decision. And this time, you know, Leo proved that he could also box. You know, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said to the people, he not only just comes forward throwing punches, which he can use his distance and win the fight like that. And that's exactly what he did. So I give him respect to him.
Now, another fighter at 126 by the name of Abner Mares defeated Jesus Cuellar. He took the WBA interim title. What were your thoughts on that fight? Because Abner looked excellent.
He did a good job. You know, a lot of people were already starting to mention that Abner was on a downhill already. But Abner just proved everyone wrong right there. He showed that he still has his boxing skills. He showed that he's still strong in the 126 division. We all saw when he dropped Cuellar. He did an excellent job. You know, not a lot of people thought he was going to win the fight the way he did.
A lot of people thought Cuellar would be the man dropping Abner, not the other way around.
Because Cuellar is a hard-hitting fighter, but like I said, sometimes even though you're a stronger fighter, the smarter fighter is the one that comes victorious, and Abner Mares was a smarter fighter.
Now, there's a lot of fights to be made at 126. You have either the rematch with Santa Cruz versus Abner Mares. You have the trilogy with Frampton versus Leo Santa Cruz. Then we have you, the WBO featherweight champ. What fight would you like to see against those guys, and who would you like to fight? The guys I just mentioned.
Any of those guys with me, that's a fight I would rather see, because I'm ready. I'm ready to fight those guys, and then I want to show the world that I'm the world champion. You know, I got faith in myself that I can win, and why not make these fights? You know, the people want to see them, let's make them. You know, I'll gladly take any of those fights. They're all great fighters, but I want to fight them.
You know, a buddy of mine by the name of Frederick Hawthorne of Barbershop Conversations always says, I love Oscar Valdez. He's one of my favorite fighters, and he feels that you are the prime of the crop. You're the number one guy at 126 pounds. What goes through your mind when fight fans say, or fight critics believe that you are the main man at 126?
I'm thankful for those guys that think that way of me, because you know, everyone got their opinions. You know, they're respectable. Everyone, you know, you gotta respect everyone's opinion. But I truly believe that I can be considered the best in the division. I don't want to get ahead of myself and lose focus and you know, getting cocky and saying I'm the best. But that's what I truly believe. You got to believe in yourself to be the best. And I got a lot of faith in myself. I got a lot of faith in my team. Every day I work very hard to be considered the best. So I just want to say thanks for those guys that truly believe that in me. And one day I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna prove everyone.
What are your thoughts on Lee Selby as a fighter?
He's also a great fighter.
Yeah.
You know, we actually sparred before. And,
oh, really?
And we did a great job. You know, I helped him when he was gonna fight Granovich, and he actually helped me in my last sparring when I was gonna fight Granovich. So you know, we kind of helped each other out.
Oh, cool.
And got nothing bad to say about him. He's a great fighter. But you know, this is boxing. You know, there's nothing personal. We just want to get the gloves on and make these fights happen.
Yeah, you're very respectful outside the ring, I must say, but you are a scary guy inside that ring. You have another guy who I actually really like as a person, and put together a terrific fight against Nonito Donaire, and that's your stablemate, Jesse Magdaleno. What are your thoughts on him as a fighter?
You know what? You got to get respect for both fighters. But, you know, I was hearing a lot of negativity going to Nonito Donaire that he was already, you know, that his prime's already off, and that he's an old fighter, and this and that. But
I say, it was a close fight.
But I don't say no. I say the opposite.
Yeah.
I still consider Nonito Donaire being a tough fighter, a great fighter. It was a very close fight, but I still thought Jesse Magdaleno pulled it off. He did what he had to do. But I think people should give more respect to Jesse, because he did beat a tough Nonito Donaire. He wasn't. you know, I get upset when people say, "Oh, he's an old fighter and his prime's already off." I don't believe that. I think Nonito was still a tough fighter, and anything could have happened that night.
Yeah, that's what you call keyboard warriors. Guys that never stepped inside that ring, don't even know what they're talking about. It's easy for them to criticize another fighter.
And I think Nonito Mares is still a tough and a great boxer.
Look, I'm not a professional fighter, but I had a couple of amateur fights, so I know what it's like to get hit. And I didn't get hit without the headgear, but I got hit with headgear on. One of my last questions: Bob Arum has talked about you versus Nonito Donaire. Is that a possibility?
I mean, yeah, it's a possibility. To be honest, I'd rather fight these fighters that we already mentioned.
Yes.
Santa Cruz, Selby, Mares, and those fighters. I like the guy. I like Nonito Donaire. You know, like I said, this is his business and this is boxing.
Yeah.
If we got to fight, then I'll fight. It doesn't matter. But I'd rather fight the guys that already have the belt.
Exactly.
Like the fighter we just mentioned.
One of my final questions, just because you are of Mexican heritage, I'm of Mexican heritage, so I'm excited about this fight. You know what I'm talking about, Canelo Alvarez versus Chavez Jr. Is it a real fight, or is it just considered a money fight? I think it's a real fight.
I think it's a real fight. You know, and people that are more closer to them, you know, they've had a rivalry for years already.
Yeah.
And you know, when Canelo called him out the first time, then Chavez now is calling him out. I think it's more like you know, it's a fight that people want to see. It's just who's going to be the face of Mexico.
Right.
Because me personally, I think we all know Canelo's a good fighter, but people doubt on Chavez, and I personally think he's a good fighter. He's a talented fighter, but his lack of discipline has been.
It's cost him a little, at times.
It's cost him a lot in his boxing career, but I truly believe if Chavez Jr. trains the way he should, gets his right diet, and comes good in weight, I think he's going to be a good fighter. And I'll be rooting for Chavez Jr.
You know, respected trainers such as Abel Sanchez, the trainer of Gennady Golovkin, Robert Garcia, they all said that this is not an easy fight for Canelo Alvarez. That I think Robert Garcia said that he's picking Chavez for a late round TKO, and Abel said that it's a possibility where Chavez Jr. can pull off the upset.
Yes, because like it could be a disadvantage of his weight. It could also be an advantage because he's also going to be the heavier fighter, and we all know that we all know that he gets tired in the later rounds. And Chavez Jr. gets a little bit better over the later rounds, so it could be a possibility, like Robert Garcia said, it could be a late knockout.
Yeah. All right. Well, when should we expect you back inside that ring?
I don't got a fight date. You know, we're just training right now, waiting on the fight day or whatever shows up. But I'm hoping late March or early April.
See, that's what I like about you guys like you. Jason Quigley. I remember fighters like Shane Mosley never had a fight schedule, but was always in the gym. It's your job. You're a prize fighter. Yeah. You shouldn't have to be waiting around for a fight, sitting on the couch, eating potato chips and getting fat. Yeah. You stay in shape. That's your job. I appreciate that, and I respect that, my man.
Every day counts. Every day counts. There's a day you don't train 100%. There's another fighter that's training harder than you. So that's always in my mind. To be honest, I'm scared of losing, so I'm always in the gym because of that fear of losing.
You're a real fighter. I thank you for that. Thank you.
I appreciate it.